What is up, everybody? RandomRandomMan here. 2016 is just about coming to a close. I cannot believe how fast this year has gone by, as it is time for me to talk about my favorite movies of the year. I've seen quite a few movies in 2016. In fact, the most I have seen throughout this year compared to years past. I still haven't seen every major release that I've wanted to see throughout 2016, as for some movies, such as Silence, I have to wait until January for them to get a wider release. So for now, I still have a bunch of movies I want to talk about that I've enjoyed the most. Once again, I did see the most movies this year compared to years past, so that also does mean that I did see quite a few stinkers along the way throughout 2016. So before I run down my favorites of the year, I do want to quickly mention my top 5 worst movies of 2016, as I do want to end the year on a positive note. Number 5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Number 4, the Divergent series Allegiant. Number 3, The Fifth Wave. Number 2, Alice Through the Looking Glass. And at number 1, the worst stink pile I have seen in all of 2016 is Ben-Hur. If you want to find out more as to why I dislike these movies, I will have links to my full reviews of them in the description, as I will also have links to my reviews for movies that I do mention in my favorites. Alright, on to the good stuff. Now before I go over my top 10 favorite movies of 2016, I want to give 5 honorable mentions right here, right now. Pete's Dragon. This movie really surprised me in not only how much I enjoyed it more than the original film that preceded it, but also in how much heart it had in the end. The superb performances really carried this movie, and the visual effects on Elliot the Dragon himself look stupendous. The Jungle Book. Much like Pete's Dragon, not only was I surprised in how much this movie, to me, improved on the original film that preceded it, but it was also stunning on a visual standpoint alone. The visual effects looked so photorealistic. Neil Setti as Mowgli was terrific in this role. The story beats and how it told a different story, much like Pete's Dragon, than the original film. How it all came together, a lot of heart once again. This movie succeeded supremely well. Captain America: Civil War. Ooh, I'm so gonna get a lot of heat down in the comment section for not putting this on my actual list. The fact that I even gave this movie a special mention still is a testament to how much I love it. I did say in my original review that this is my favorite MCU entry to date. I still stand by that. This is an excellent movie. I do own it on Blu-ray, so that is also another candle to hold in how much I truly dug this film. The action sequences, especially the airport battle, is one of the best superhero fights ever put to film. The acting, the visuals, writing, direction. This is one of the ultimate superhero movies of this generation. The Edge of 17. Writer-director Kelly Fremont Craig really impressed me with her directorial debut that told a coming-of-age story that was, in all areas, really sweet, relatable, and even really funny. Haley Steinfeld delivered my favorite performance of hers to date. Woody Harrelson, Keira Sedgwick, all the other cast members did very nice jobs too. This all came together to something that is one of the more memorable teen movies I have seen in a while. And 10 Cloverfield Lane. Another impressive directorial debut, this time from Dan Trachtenberg. This under-the-radar, really contained thriller really floored me when I first saw it in theaters. The performances from Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Goodman, and John Gallagher Jr. are all excellent. This really got me for a ride from the moment it started all the way until the very end. Though it had nothing to do virtually with the original Cloverfield, I enjoyed this much more. Now, without further ado, let's get into my top 10. Number 10, Swiss Army Man. This is also my Screw the Critics pick of the year of sorts, as while it did get mildly positive reviews from critics upon release, it did make a big splash at the Sundance Film Festival earlier this year. This quickly flew under the radar, and a lot of people must have been put off by its weird looking nature. Yeah, this movie is inherently weird throughout, but the lead performances from Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe, especially Radcliffe as this farting dead corpse, are top notch. This is the directorial debut of Daniel Kwan and Daniel Steinert, aka the Daniels. A lot of great directorial debuts this year. They really focused in on the themes of friendship and even life. This all culminated into an ending that was beautiful in its conclusion. Number 9, Nocturnal Animals. Featuring probably my favorite cast of the entire year, this thriller is written and directed by fashion designer Tom Ford. He really knows how to make a really artsy and compelling drama. Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal are fabulous in the lead roles, as are Michael Shannon and Aaron Taylor-Johnson in some chilling supporting roles. The writing, how we jump in between the story within the story and the main timelines are seamless. How disturbing this movie is, how it is all paced, is compelling throughout. I was truly in awe by this film. Number 8, Arrival. Another great film starring Amy Adams, this time with her in a fantastic lead role. She delivers one of the best performances of her career. Jeremy Renner and Forest Whitaker are also great. The writing in this movie had me engrossed from the very beginning, and how emotional and thought-provoking it is, mixing in the alien aspect and communication. The visual look, the cinematography from Bradford Young is gorgeous. The direction from Denis Villeneuve really solidifies him as one of the most promising directors working today. The chillingly mesmerizing score from Johan Johansson, how it all came together into a mind-blowing ending, really had me feeling that this is one of the most memorable sci-fi films of recent memory. Number 7, Hacksaw Ridge. Mel Gibson returns to the director's chair with a vengeance in bringing us this gruesome war film based on a true-to-life hero. Andrew Garfield does a wonderful job in the lead role as Desmond Doss, delivering one of the best performances of his entire career. The rest of the cast are also superb in this film. The first half of this movie definitely feels like a setup to how we get to know Doss as a character, but the second half, all action. Gibson is a visceral director. This is the most intense war film I have seen since Saving Private Ryan, and I feel it is also one of the best. Number 6, Sing Street. Now, this movie I did not get a chance to review, as I've only seen it recently as of 2 weeks ago streaming on Netflix, but I'm so glad I did. I should have seen it earlier, as this comes from director John Carney, who directed one of my favorite films of 2014, Begin Again. This is a tale of a boy who starts a band in Ireland to impress a girl, but this comes together as a sweet, uplifting, and just dynamite tale of youth. I loved where this movie went. The leads in this film, all the kids, blanking on their names, but they all were so good. The music, so catchy and upbeat. The comedy, the tone, how it all comes together. This truly got to me in the end. I might even say that this is slightly better than Begin Again. I know, I love that movie too, but this film truly impacted me. I highly recommend it. Top 5, here we go. Number 5. Zootopia. My favorite animated movie of the year. Disney has delivered one of their best films in the past 2 decades. The voice acting in this film from Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bateman, all the rest. The animation is drop dead beautiful, gorgeous animation all around. The writing and how it spotlights and parallels discrimination and prejudice in real life with the metaphor of animals, while still making it an entertaining, family-friendly film for all ages. This is a testament to how Disney truly does bring us some modern classics of our era. Number 4, Manchester by the Sea. One of the most heart-wrenching movie experiences I've had all year. This film really got to me inside with how it is set up but ultimately executed in the end. This is an actor's movie through and through. Casey Affleck delivers the best performance of his career. Michelle Williams, Kyle Chandler, young Lucas Hedges, everybody in this cast delivers such phenomenal performances. How the story comes together, the writing and direction from Kenneth Lonergan is something to be praised. A movie that really has nothing much happening in it, yet I was so involved in these characters' lives, even in the wake of tragedy. Now we are at my top three, the three movies I have given my perfect score to this year. Number 3, 13th. Not only the first documentary I've ever reviewed here on my channel, but also the first movie I've reviewed that is streaming on Netflix. While this did get a limited release in theaters, I now implore all of you to see this film as it is still streaming on Netflix. This is a documentarian masterpiece spotlighting how there are more African Americans imprisoned today in the U.S. than there were slaves in the 1850s. This movie angered me, got me all riled up inside, yet I was so involved in watching all this information come through. Ava DuVernay did such an amazing job bringing this piece of journalism to life, and I feel this is something everyone needs to see. Number 2, my runner-up for the year, Hell or High Water. In a sea of big budget action movies that we've gotten this summer, this was the surprise of the summer. This independent film really stunned me when I first saw it back in August. The first perfect score I've given a film to in 2016. This really slow yet engaging drama thriller had me captivated with its writing involving its characters. Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, Ben Foster, probably the best performance he has ever given along with Chris Pine, Gil Birmingham, all the other supplementary characters. Everybody does such a great job in this film. We really get to identify with why these two main brothers are robbing banks around Texas, yet we also want to root for the two Texas Rangers to take them down. The action, when it does hit, it is so well shot. The writing from Taylor Sheridan, the direction from David Mackenzie, who I now have to see more of his films from after seeing this movie. This is a modern Western masterpiece. And now we've come to number 1. What is my favorite movie of 2016? Well, my favorite movie of 2016 is La La Land. This is the latest movie I have reviewed, the most recent addition to my favorites list, and it absolutely blew me away. Writer-director Damien Chazelle has done it again after Whiplash in 2014. He has delivered yet another musical masterpiece, this time being a musical in every sense of that word. It felt like an old classic musical set in modern day. The lead performances from Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are among their best in their careers. The look and style of this film, so gorgeous, so beautiful, had me feel like I was in La La Land for real. The actual music that this musical had to offer, I cannot get a bunch of the songs out of my head. The writing, the direction, how it all came together. This truly felt like a film that was dreamlike. This backs up why I love movies so much. It took me away for all 2 hours of its running time, and I could not get enough of it even by the time it ended. I absolutely adore this film, La La Land, my favorite movie of 2016. And there we go. Those are my favorite movies of 2016. What a year this has been for film. Thank you to all of you, my viewers, who have stuck with me for another year in wanting to know my thoughts on films. I cannot wait to see what 2017 has in store for cinema. I love you all. I really appreciate all of my viewers. But for now, thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment your favorite movies of 2016. Subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review in 2017.